Hi, this is Liza Graves with Style Blueprint, and I'm here with Amy Bunton of Pathway Women Business Center. Amy, could you tell us a little bit about what Pathway does and how women in the Nashville area need to be aware of this, especially right now?
Absolutely. Thank you for the time today.
Yeah.
So, Pathway Women's Business Center is a program operated by a nonprofit organization called Pathway Lending. And you can think of us as a small business resource offering. Pathway Women's Business Center provides education, learning, and training to help accelerate the growth of women entrepreneurs and their companies.
Okay, great. So knowing how women-centric and helpful you all are, tell us how the SBA Women-Owned Business Program works for anyone listening who is a women-owned business and what they need to be doing right now in regards to this.
Absolutely. So there are about 100 women's business centers across the country, and we are all funded to really understand and be able to help women business owners throughout any stage and any situation. So here in Tennessee, what we're doing is trying to adapt what our offerings are and be able to provide assistance and be that kind of expert that you need when perhaps you don't have the resources at your typical disposal. So for example, right now we have a resiliency roadmap workshop, and that's something that you can help walk yourself through how to pivot your business, how to think about the resources, and even get a toolkit for some things that you need to be thinking about right now, even as we're trying to find our way in uncertain times.
So with that, if there's a woman-owned business out there, and I know that there are plenty that I've been talking to who are trying to figure out, how do I survive this week? Like this week, we're Tuesday, they're trying to figure out how to get to Friday, and they had a viable business 2 weeks ago. How does that help them?
I think what that helps them is assess what the situation is today for their business, and then think about options or learn how to think about options so
Okay.
they can pivot again in the future. And it takes you through the core elements of your business, really helps you assess in as much of an objective way as any of us can right now, and then connects to resources that can help move that, whether that's financial and lending, whether that's peers and mentoring, whether it's just an expert who's been through something similar in the past. So I think it's about connectiveness and resources and doing that through the lens of a small business owner.
And with that, is there any difference of what was offered before and what is being offered right now with the COVID-19 crisis? Have there been any updates?
Well, from an SBA perspective, Tennessee is now listed as a Small Business Administration disaster qualified area. So there are loans that are immediately available that people can go to the SBA website and apply for. I think we're all kind of anxious to see at what Congress passes for this third stimulus bill, because there can be some resources there. And there's also been some new requirements if you're an existing business owner around unemployment and paid sick leave and things of that nature. So we've got some kind of FAQs or quick tips or interpretations of that information, which we can help share with people to kind of walk you through that process. And then I think it's really about this new resiliency workshop was created in the last week. So it is all around helping people get through the current situation, particularly in the Middle Tennessee area for tornadoes, and then as well as for the COVID situation.
Okay. And when you talk about the resiliency workshop, that is not something where people need to show up at a certain time. That is something that is online right now that people can access to do at their own time frame, correct?
Well, in this particular case, this first one, because we're living in real time too, is
Right.
going to be Friday. So
Oh, it
there
is.
is,
Okay. I'm so glad I
yeah,
asked. Okay.
yeah.
So we need
It's
to put it on our calendar for Friday. Okay.
exactly. And it's a little registration through our website at pathwaywbc.org. And you can get registered for that. And then I also encourage people to go to the SBA.gov website for anything that's SBA loan disaster relief related.
Okay. And just to say that again, it's pathway W for woman, B for business, C for center.org.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. All right, one last question here. And again, thank you for your time. I know this community is leaning on you heavily right now. When this is over, and it will be over, how can
Mhm.
women-owned businesses help support each other?
Well, I think we start now because women have always been resilient, and I think we should start today reaching out to people that maybe we do business with, maybe even that we want to do business with in the future, and go ahead and start getting connected. I'd also encourage us, we're great creative thinkers. So let's think outside the box, something other than just one more email, much like what you're doing today. So thank you for this forum.
Yeah,
But I think my message would be start now, don't wait. But then when that time does get back to a little bit more normal, like we knew before, really lean into appreciating and doubling down on the folks that help bring you through because we're all going to be fragile for a little bit. And
yeah.
just try to pour into that and grow that network like women are so great at doing.
I love that. I love that. Don't wait, start now. I was
Mhm.
definitely thinking we were all in crisis mode and helping, and then what do we do? But you're right. I think a lot of people are trying to get through this week, but by helping others, you're also going to find out information for yourself, and you're going to provide that empathy that other women business
Mhm.
owners, you can't get that unless you're talking to another business owner.
You can't. And I would urge us to think about new markets. If you think about it right now, there are essential services that are being done and businesses that are in growth mode. So
Yeah.
if you can align what you do with those that are growing or needing assistance or suppliers or support, that may be a very tangible way right now that you need to think about pivoting in your business.
That's great. Amy, thank you so much. This has been so helpful. We're going to get this out to our women business owners, our followers, and get that out there as a a community resource. And again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.